What is going on, guys? We're back here today on the Pokemon Showdown server for a replay of mine in not Den Draft League, but Den Tour called Circlejerk. Basically, you gather on a team of 5, I think, with people playing, each person playing like ADVOU, DPPOU, Black White, Oras, and Sun and Moon. Now I'm playing the Sun and Moon slot. Yeah. And for those of you who don't know what Den is, it's basically a server full of like competitive players, like some really good players in here. So yeah. So I figured this would be a fun tour to join, play some good people. So I went with that. Play music off, please. Thank you. Alright, so I lead off with the Landers T. So looking like from team preview, I was just looking at that he didn't have anything that just outright threatens me too much, besides potentially the Heatran and Mega Lottie. Because Heatran, I have a Mega Zam, which is actually a great Tran answer once it's Mega'd, but before it's Mega'd, it's really not, since it'll take a shit ton. It's a good Tran check because it traces Flash Fire when Megas, but so I knew that before Zam Mega Evolved, I would want to use my T-Tar as my Transmission initially, because it eats 2 Earth Powers and can knock it out. Yeah, I was just thinking this game, okay, for basically Bulu and Keldeo, I would want to use Tangrowth as my initial switch in to scout damage, like what kind of sets they were trying to be, as well as Lottie, depending on the situation. If it was Mega Lottie, I wouldn't go hard Tyranitar on an Earthquake, and that I would use Clef primarily for likely the Scarflanders, which it does show out to be, and likely the Banded Weavile, which it also was. So anyway, I lay off with Landers because it can pressure these bottom things. It can intimidate Bulu. It can U-turn on Lottie or his own Lando. And I figured, alright, turn 1, he leads with his Heatran, which is interesting. So I figure he's not going to sack this turn 1, so I just go right for the U-turn. This is Scarf, by the way, on his Lando switch. So here, does 9%. I scout it, and that's not defensive damage, so it's likely Z-move or Scarf. So I go right into my Clefable here to get up rocks, which are going to prove to be very useful in chipping down his team. Now I bring this Heatran. So like I said before, from team preview I was thinking, okay, before Zam Mega Evolves, I'm using T-Tar as my Heatran initial answer. So I go right into it here as he sets up his own rocks, and now I have a very free Stone Edge. If he wants to stay in, it will to a KO. He can't do much back. It'll kill Weavile, it'll do a shit ton to Bulu, it'll do a shit ton to Lando, and even if he goes Keld with rocks plus sand, it's going to do a lot. So he does go right into his Keldeo, and we do fortunately land it. Does 48%, so clean to a KO with all that up. So I go right into my Tangrowth here on that. Then I calc this damage. I'm like, okay, it's not Specs, since I am AV Tangrowth, and so it's either Scarf or Z-move, most likely Z-move. Scarf doesn't make too much sense on his team. So anyway, I believe I go, what do I go for here? I think I double, right? Or do I just knock or something? I think I knock. Yeah, I do just knock. Covers him staying in. I get to scout the item. He can't knock me out. It would be great if he goes really anything, because I just get to get rid of the item. Lottie will take a ton and be forced to roost. So it's a pretty no drawback play. Don't want to risk him being any weird shit. So I do switch out right into my Landers, covering Fly, U-turn. It didn't cover HP Ice, but I figured he's not going to go for that since I do have a Clef. So, same situation as turn 1. Not sure why he went into this. I just U-turn again. Even if he stays in, I do have a T-Tar at full. So he goes into his Lando. I go right into my Zam since I did knock the Scarf off. And from team preview, I'm like, oh my god, Zam just kills everything. So I go right for the Psychic here. Doesn't matter if he tries to go Weavile or Heatran or Lottie, because they all die after. So I go right for the Psychic here on the Bulu. Does what, 39%? Yes, it does 39. Yeah, 39%. So I'm like, okay, can't knock him out. Go into Tangrowth to scout what he wants to do, as he makes a very solid double into his Heatran. But my Zam is Mega Evolved, Grassy Terrain is up. It's a very free switching, because as you can see here, traces the Flash Fire, so he cannot Magma Storm. Goes for the Earth Power, does 30%. I'm thinking here, I could recover, but that doesn't get me too much out of the turn. Whereas, since I have Grassy Terrain, I am going to get another turn of recovery. So I just go for the Focus Blast here, I believe, on the Tapu Bulu, because if he goes into this and I land it, then Psychic kills after. So I just go right for the Psychic here. No reason to protect anything. Knock him out. So this game's looking really good so far, because killed one of his mons. His entire team is getting chipped by rocks. Goes Lottie. I don't want him to potentially be a random Scarf and knock me out or anything. So I guess good bluff on his part, but I knew it was Mega, because like it makes sense on his team since he was Scarf Lando. I guess he could be like Calm Mind Z move, but he has Keldeo, which is just a better Calm Mind Z move user. So I just switch out, make the best play overall into my Tangrowth, expecting an Earthquake on my thing. So here I'm like, okay, he's not gonna Earthquake again, because I can easily just knock or HP Ice or do whatever and stay in, eat any one hit. So I make the T-Tar play, which covers Draco as well as Psychic. Actually Draco into EQ might have killed, but that would just give me Zam. Goes for the Psychic, and here I'm like, okay, I could pursue on his switch out, which would knock him out for good, but I figured, hey, he has 0 crunch switch-ins anyway. If he stays in, he dies. If he switches, everything else just kind of dies. Heatran will get 2 KO'd. I think Weavile dies after rocks. I don't know. But anyway, I go right for the crunch here to knock out his Latios. Goes into his Keldeo. I just go right back into my Tangrowth as he goes for the Secret Sword once again. So I'm thinking here, I think I calced it. Waterium Z doesn't knock me out with Sand. Nor does like a crit Waterium Z, I think kills, but crit Sacred Sword does not, I believe. Actually, 32 plus 16, that's 48 plus Sand. That does kill. But I don't need this for anything else, really. So, no reason not staying in. Just click Earthquake in case he wants to try and go Heatran. So I just go right for the Earthquake here to knock him out. I believe he brings in Weavile. Yeah, brings in Weavile. I figure he might pursue, so just stay. Oh, I actually go hard Clef, right? So he does a lot there. I know he's banded. So I stay in, just recover. Now, okay. If he didn't flinch me, I was 6-0'd, but that's just how it is sometimes. You know, you have to take those L's. So he knocks me out here with the Icicle Crash. Bring in my Lando to go right for the U-turn. Since he's banded, so he can't Ice Shard. So I go right for the U-turn, goes Heatran, which is interesting. As I just bring in my Zam. It's my best play because he can't kill me. Focus Blast does kill him. Yeah. So I just go right for the Focus Blast as he sacks Weavile, which is amazing. That meant the game was definitely over, because Weavile could have potentially done something. Like, it could have flinched Celesteela, I sharded the rest of my team after some damage. So that was interesting. Yeah, so I just Focus Blast, knock him out. And now I just kill everything and win with my Zam. So, GG to my opponent. Definitely looking forward to more games in this tour. Yeah. Also, I could have recorded live instead of this, but I don't have any teams really built right now. Like, I can literally just show you my builder if you want. Like, I have a couple things in the work, which I probably shouldn't show you. Draft League content coming soon as well. Actually, I shouldn't have shown that on camera because, yeah, you know, I want to play lower tiers, man. Like, I actually have a lot of PU teams for no reason. But, like, RU, NU, those are cool tiers I won't get into. Anyway, getting off task here. Take that dub. expect more of these. Den Draft League. I will not be around this weekend, so I won't upload for that. I believe I'm playing King K. Dot and the something Nido Kings on like Monday. Anyway, thank you all for watching.